Peace, blessings, love, and light to you all. Today, I just want to take some time to reflect on trauma bonds. It's been a minute since I did a video. Life has been happening, and I've been trying to stay on course. It's a journey. Um, if you should happen to find this video, blessings to you. Thank you for joining QueenKenya the Life Coach. Let's talk about trauma bonds. Trauma bonds are experiences that happen when you meet someone and you connect with them based on a trauma that has happened in your life and their life. The similarities of a said trauma can draw you closer together. I'll give you examples. For women or men, both the same alike, if you meet someone that you are romantically interested in and then you find out that they were molested, sexually abused as a child, and you were too, that's a trauma bond. If they had a difficult childhood and you had a difficult childhood, trauma bond. I'm familiar with more like sexual assault, sexual molestation, abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, those things of that nature. If you connect with anyone on a trauma basis of similarity, then that's a trauma bond. For people who are familiar with PTSD, if you meet somebody who has that or who've experienced things that cause them to have that, just anything in life that you've experienced that has caused you to have trauma in your life, that's a similarity with you and the person that you're connecting with. It's a trauma bond. Now, don't get me wrong, trauma bonds are definitely necessary in this life because they actually help us to become better beings if we can realize that that's what it is and understand that the person has showed up to assist us in our life journey, because our life journey is specifically about living through this experience in our physical body while attuning our spirit and soul. Just trying to adapt in this earth realm, it's quite difficult. But for many of us who can find our way, especially in this age of Aquarius, for many of us that can find our way, it can be quite liberating and give us great freedom. So if you find yourself in a trauma bond, if the definition of it has not been thorough enough for you that I've given, look it up, do some research so you can read some articles on it more in depth for yourself so you can understand what exactly a trauma bond is. And then when you get to that point of understanding and you start analyzing and looking within your life journey and your relationships and you see, hey, this is a trauma bond, then start to take the steps that you need to take to liberate yourself within that bond, because the bond has come to heal you, to make you a better person, to make you a better you, to get you closer to your true self, your authentic higher self, to allow you to heal from past wounds. Sometimes things cannot be dealt with unless they're acknowledged. A lot of us have experiences, traumas in our life, and we've buried the feelings and the things about that hurt us so much or made us feel uncomfortable. We've completely buried it, and we don't, deal with it from day to day. And honestly, for the longest, I did the same thing, not intentionally, but because I didn't know how to deal with it. Like, it's like, what are you supposed to do, right? So until you can realize that, hey, there's something here, I need to do something about this, and then start doing the research and seeking help for what are the steps that I need to do to make sure that I get to a better state of mind, a better state of being. Trauma bonds are those experiences that can actually elevate you, help you to ascend higher consciously, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. But you have to know that you're in it, and you have to be willing to do the work, the self-work that it takes to liberate yourself um, while you're in it. Sometimes that means disconnecting if it is a toxic relationship. Sometimes some people are only in our lives for seasons. It's not meant for them to be around forever. And, that's why I don't agree with monogamy. But that's a whole nother thing. In society teaches us that, we should get a partner and stay with that partner forever. But that's not always the case, and that's not always workable for most people. Some people don't need to stay stuck with dead person because they outgrow each other. And if one person is not willing to expand and grow as well as the other person, then the relationship can become stagnant and toxic. And when there are trauma bonds concerned, it can get really ugly. So for today, I just want to reflect. I was doing some walking, getting my natural exposure in, sitting out in nature, looking out at the water, and sitting surrounded by the trees. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful just to be able to sit in nature and absorb all that nature has to offer. And as I was walking, I was thinking about what I could talk about, because I know I needed to do a video, and I haven't done one in a while. And still working on this thing, but I'm going to do it as often as I can and as much as possible. And I want to be able to help. This is part of my service. I want to be able to help people, expose you guys to knowledge and wisdom that you might not already know about, or, be in a position to talk to you about things that may be helpful and of service to you. I'm QueenKenya the Life Coach, and I am here to serve you. I want to honor the divine in you, assist you in your life journey, help you to see your true self and operate from that place in totality by any means necessary. That means, sometimes we got to dig deep. Sometimes we got to look at those trauma bonds. Sometimes we have to begin the self-work and do shadow work. The shadow work is the things that we don't want to look at, like those dark things about us. We got to look within and see, where the triggers lie and the root of the triggers, things of that nature. If my language sounds foreign to you with the words that I use, I would be more than happy to express the meaning of those words with you. If you want a one-on-one, feel free to send me a message. You can follow me on Instagram, QueenKenya the Life Coach. I am there. You can DM me and send me a message. My sessions are $45 for 45 minutes. I will help you to be the best you can be. The journey begins with you. It's all about what you want. And in this age of Aquarius, it's about fulfilling the awakening desire of the spirit. Many of us are sleeping, stuck in a system that does not serve us. So it's time for us to awake and become who we truly are, so we can serve humanity according to the purpose of our existence and why we're truly here. So, yeah. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. I hope you have gained something from this short video, and know that if you are in the midst of a trauma bond today, you can begin the process of liberating yourself and getting free. Don't remain in toxic relationships. Don't feel bad or ashamed because you find yourself in it. It is there for a purpose, for you to get knowledge, gain wisdom, and grow. And some of those experiences are not like comfortable, you know. It may start off cute and be all fun in the beginning, but when you find yourself miserable and thinking about things that you normally wouldn't think about, especially in relationships, whether it's being violent towards that person, having suicidal thoughts, um, any of that, when you find yourself in those kind of situations, you want to redirect that energy to more purposeful energy. Don't allow yourself to sink into a dark, bottomless pit. It's not necessary. There are plenty of people out here who are willing, as myself, to be of service to you, to be here for you, to talk to you. And so, if this should find you in a time where you are intertwined in a trauma bond, or just in your life where you are, seeking for greater for yourself, wanting to know why you're here, what's the reason for life, I'm here, QueenKenya the Life Coach. Follow me on Instagram. Thank you, lovelies. Have a great and blessed and prosperous day. Until next time, peace.